Hi guys, and welcome to another Q&A episode where I'll be answering some questions and discussing a pretty cool topic at the end. All of this on top of some gameplay from Offworld Trading Company. It is a trading stock market type game almost. It takes place on Mars. You have to claim pieces of land and then produce different elements and products and trade and buy stocks in the company to eventually come out as the sole owner. Difficult to get your head around at first, but actually really quite a cool game. Alright, let's start with questions. Question number 1 by Lone Wanderer 111. Name your all-time favorite 5 feel-good songs. Alright. First one would have to be Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. I think that's one for all of us. Then Carry On My Wayward Son from Kansas. Have to love it. Mixture by Pete. For those of you who know Franklin and Bash, it is the theme song that plays in the beginning. Then Lightbringer by Pentakill. I've got a bit of a Karthus crush from League of Legends, so that song just always makes me feel happy. And then Put a Lid on It by the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Yes, they are an actual band or a group, I think. It's a bit of a jazzy effect, but very cool song. Yeah, those would be my all-time favorite songs. Question 2. What is something you thought you'd never do, but then it turned out to be not so bad? By Anari Duplessis. I actually always said I would never get a tongue ring, ever. Then I got a tongue ring. And due to a lot of reasons and stuff, I had to have it removed. And I had it redone, removed and redone, and then removed. I don't think I'll be having it done again, because that just starts, I don't know, sounding silly. And if I think about the needle, I get a bit wonky. Third question. How did you get the name KhAoSKiTTeH and why? By Esteban. He's an old school friend of mine. My boyfriend actually came up with it when we were sitting and thinking of a new gamer tag for me. My old one just didn't feel right anymore. So it was time for a change, and we were waiting for a Dota game to start, and we were throwing names around, and he came up with KhAoSKiTTeH. So yeah, it kind of just stuck. Question 4. If you could choose any food joint to eat from for free forever, but you can't eat anywhere else, where would you eat? Also by Lone Wanderer 111. I'll have to say Ocean Basket. I'm an absolute complete seafood slut, and I'm not ashamed of it. Question 5. Would you consider yourself good at giving advice? This was a question of the day a while back. I don't think I'm specifically good at giving advice, but I try, especially if it's something I've dealt with personally. So yeah, if I can try and help someone who's going through something, I usually give it my best shot. Anari Duplessis wants to know, what are my pet peeves? Waiting in queues. Horrible service. I can go on about a lot of things, but I prefer not to. Question 7. What is the best news you could hear right now? That I have gotten the internship I applied for. That would be the best news. Question 8. What do you know that others don't? By an anonymous person. Let me think. The Anunnaki are coming. Alright, question number 9. Are you ready? I don't know, are you? Question number 10. How many languages can you speak? And which languages? I can speak 2, English and Afrikaans, but I'm also trying to learn Russian and Japanese, because they're just 2 languages that I've always found interesting and appealing. Yeah, those are my 10 questions. I felt like they went quick this time. But it's all good. Today's topic is numbers. More specifically, numbers with a superstitious attachment to them. Firstly, I would like to shout out to Rusty Pie Lover, who finally discussed 42 after I've been badgering him for months about it. So yes, that brings us to my counter/add-on discussion of 42, and then I'll move on to the number 23 and just significant numbers in general. Well, what is 42? For you Hitchhiker fans out there, you all ought to know 42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. It makes absolute sense in the fact that it makes no sense, to the point where it all just adds up. Most people think that 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, but it is not. It's the answer to the ultimate question, which in the end of the movie, that's what they head out to go and find. A simple wiki search will tell you that 42 is a super multi-perfect number. It's also the result of the original Smith number, and there's a lot of different things it belongs to. I think there's something like it's also part of it's a Stormer number or something. I don't know what that means. But I'm definitely going to go read up on it. I'll link the wiki page below, and then you guys can go read up on all this stuff too. It's interesting. Common knowledge. It's power. Yay. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it now, otherwise we're going to be here all day. That brings us to the question about what is the ultimate question. What could 42 actually be the answer to? Could it be what lies within a black hole? Maybe we should ask Stephen Hawking. I'm sure he would know. Maybe it's the eventual result we get when we divide by 0. Or when we reach the end of infinity. Maybe the Illuminati don't want us to know that their downfall and ruin is inevitable when you find out what 42 is the answer to. Either way, I guess we'll never know its true significance, but it's still fun to think about it. The next number is the number 23. This number has a strange aura about it, so much so that it has 2 movies surrounding its tendency to drive people insane. The Book of Numbers 32 verse 23 states, "You may be sure your sins will find you out." And it's said that everything you do, everything around you, the accidents and decisions, everything you can think of, all is connected in some way or another to the number 23, or it's in verse 32. It's quite creepy to think that the whole of everything might be possibly connected by the set of numbers. The 23 enigma is taken from the law of 5, since 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. It's clear to see how it's all connected. The law of 5 states that everything happens in 5s, is divisible by 5, is multiples of 5, is directly or indirectly appropriate to 5. It's another weird number that has some freaky superstitious connection to it. I'll link the wiki page, go have a look. Also go watch the number 23, it's quite interesting. If you guys are into psychological thrillers, not the best movie under the sun, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you guys haven't seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or read the books, do it. You know, join the culture, join the geek cult. It's a classic. You can't go through life not having seen it. All in all, numbers play an important role in the universe, and some of them, like 23 for example, can leave you with an eerie feeling if you think about them too long. Some more examples of numbers with significance would be the Fibonacci code. Anyone who's watched the Da Vinci Code would know a little bit at least about the Fibonacci code and what it is. Then there's the golden ratio, and pi. Pi is one of the numbers that also has a strong significance in not only mathematics but life. It's some of the topics I would like to discuss in future, especially the Fibonacci code, since it's one of the few numbers that really fascinates me. And the golden ratio also just goes along with the Fibonacci code so well. If any of you watch Spirit Science or know of Spirit Science, you'll know that Fibonacci code and the golden ratio have a big part to play in that whole aspect of life. But I think, yeah, that's a discussion for a future time. I'll wrap this up. ask me more questions, give me topics. I'll link my Ask FM page below. Otherwise, ask in the comment section. I don't mind. Or on my Facebook page. Send me a message. It's all good. I'll link my Facebook page below as well. And there are a lot of pages linked below that you guys should go check out if you're into cosplay and geeky stuff. Some really cool pages, really talented people. So, yeah, go do that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a nice day and that you enjoyed my little Q&A video. Cheers. Keep calm and stay crazy.